Elder berates Iyamu over shameless instability and reunion with Oshiomole. An elder in Edo State, P.E. Madojemu, Esquire, on Tuesday berated Pastor Osage Iyamu over his high frequency of jumping from one political party to the other, dumping one party for the other, and returning to the dumped party at another instance, in disparate pursuits of power or personal political ambition, while professing to be a pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG. The Edo elder, in a letter dated November 11, 2019, chided Pastor Iyamu for decamping from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressives Congress, and also aligning with the APC National Chairman Adams Oshiomole for the APC governorship ticket to unseat Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State in 2020. The elder exposed the caustic attacks and venom of dehumanization unleashed by Oshiomole on Iyamu to cause him irreparable damages during the 2016 governorship election. During the governorship election in Edo State, Iyamu defected from APC to the PDP to contest that election after he was denied the APC governorship ticket by Oshiomole, who anointed Governor Obaseki as his successor. Now, Oshiomole is desperate to take the ticket away from Obaseki, and Iyamu is desperately falling into grab it while many others have been promised of the APC ticket. He said, "I would like to remind you of the incidents that occurred as a follow-up to the 2016 governorship election in Edo State. How you were called names, your character maligned, and your integrity dragged on the streets of Benin City like a thief going through jungle justice in the hands of the people after being caught. I believe that you still remember the man that shouted Ole after your passage and pronouncement to participate in the governorship election of 2016 on the platform of the PDP. In case you have forgotten, his name is Comrade Adams Oshiomole. Then he was the governor of Edo State, but now he is the national chairman of the APC. His name has not changed. His antics have not changed. His character has not changed. His mouth is still filthy. His friends still have bosses in motor parks. He still have a brigade of thugs in his army." Madojemu narrated. The Edo elder admonished Iyamu not to be misled by whatever promise Oshiomole may have made to him, cautioning the pastor further that such promise may not be fulfilled. He warned Pastor Iyamu not to rely on his personal will, undermining God in making his decision to return to APC and reunite with Oshiomole after the disgrace and the public opprobrium casted on him by the same Oshiomole in the same party. "Sir, I want to inform you that whatever you have been promised will never be given to you. It is said that the devil offers sinful pleasures, but it comes with a price tag. Have you sought the face of the Lord to give you directions and pathway? As a pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, it will not be appropriate if you do not consult God, the God of Pastor Adeboye, to give you the right direction. Do not be like King Saul that banned the consultation and mediums and spirits in the land, but turn around in disguise to consult the mediums. If it is the mediums that have consulted you and promise you the whole earth, show them like Jesus Christ, the author of our faith, that they should get thee behind you. For whatever you bind here on earth is also bound in heaven." The promise that was made to you to become the next governor of Edo State has been made to several other dissident actors, both in EPM and other groups. It is the same promise that has been made to the smallest Samson from Oshiomole that is making him grant interviews left, right, center to disparage the incumbent governor. It is the same promise that was made to a certain Usifu living in Washington at the moment, to the neglect of his constituents. What about the former Commissioner for Justice and Just Matters? He is no longer fair in his assessment of the road that leads to his house, despite his romance with Osadebe Avenue for several years, but has been promised the job of Osadebe himself. Sir, the list is endless. The promise is a ploy to entrap no allow the trap catch the hunter, Majedomi declared. The elder questioned the moral authority of Pastor Iyamu over his relationship with Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, who sponsored the pastor's governorship electioneering campaign and election cost in 2016. Madujemu maintained, "Sir, how would you go back to Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta State, to tell him of your decision, knowing that you are still in his debt book from the last election in 2016? What about Nyesom Wike? What about the numerous people that pledged unalloyed loyalty to you in belief of you?" He further highlighted, "I have been unable to convince my wife, who stood under the sun for over 6 hours to ensure that her vote is casted for you and protected at all costs, that you have decamped to APC. She had earlier on in 2015 tried to convince me of your political instability. I can remember she described you as a politician beaten by the bug of Sokugo, the wandering disease. She said you were beaten by the bug sometimes after you left office as the secretary to the state government, SSG, under the administration of Chief Lucky Nosakari Igbenedion. She reminded me that you were one of the conveners of the infamous Grace Group and how you used the group to advance your cause and afterwards abandoned them like a ship in a turbulent storm without a captain. I convinced her that you have changed, that you have been healed of Sokugo by betrayers from political friends and family. She believed me and followed my advice. Now the news of your decampment and encampment is all over the state. She has heard it. I have avoided eye contact with her since morning." Madojemi also decried, "There were a lot of people who made enemies more than friends because they believed in your political ideology in 2016. I was one of such persons. I was warned that in politics there is no permanent friend but permanent interest. I disregarded this advice. I cursed friends, family members and associates on account of the belief and trust I had in you. I cared less when I confronted people who disparaged your name and character in my presence. I fought for you like a family member. How am I to look at these people and tell them that you have indeed cross-carpeted to APC? The people you called devil, the people you regretted associating with in the first place, the people who dug dirt about you and splashed it on front pages of national dailies with reckless abandon. Now you are back to those strange bedfellows, donning their best underwear. You should have been naked rather than allow them clothe you." Madejomi thereafter vowed that Iyamu has lost at least one supporter in him, declaring, "But I will keep my PVC locked inside a box, far from your name and belief, like oil. Your political leanings is unstable." Wow. This Madojemu is Madojemu. The man is really pained. I could feel his concern. I could feel his hurt. I could feel how he has gone ahead even because of this man. That's why we always say politicians are not to be trusted. They are not reliable at all. Majority of politicians, especially the ones in Nigeria, they can never be trusted. They can never, you can't fight for them. Somebody was talking on radio that most of those people who are always, can die for politicians, you can do this, you can do that. And just yesterday, Fayoshe's son wedded, and Fayemi was there. Everybody was like surprised. It's not as if maybe it's a big deal, but really it's a big deal. The person, the radio presenter was asking that, okay, all those people who have really done all manner of things because, or maybe fight, or because maybe, or they are even dead because of these two gentlemen, Fayoshe this, Fayemi that, all those jabs they used to throw at each other. You think that they will meet? They will still meet, like they always say, and they're always saying there's no permanent enemy. It's only permanent interest that is, that they recognize or they understand. So it's a pity that you just want to trust some politicians, because this morning they can be in party A, before evening you will see them in party F, and they will tell you that it is permanent interest that matters, not permanent enemy. Somebody can be your enemy in the morning, in as much the person can meet up with your interest, you just fall in for it. I'm surprised that even this particular elder does not even know how politicians behave, for him to have just relied so much and believed so much, just like what he said, that the way Oshiomole treated him, the way he was being dragged, the way he was being embarrassed, left, right, and center. You will see all of those things, and at the end of the day, the same people going back to them, as if forgotten. Even this man in Akwa Ibom, this Akpabio too, Akpabio, who has been a card carrying member, one of the chieftain of PDP. At the end of the day, he left PDP just like that. Even his people were surprised. If Akpabio could do that, who is Iyamu? That is how weighty he is politically, how strong he is politically. If Akpabio, with all that he did in the PDP, at the end of the day, he left and threw every other thing, all of those is into the bin and joined APC. So who is Iyamu? I can understand what he's trying to say. When you have already believed in somebody who you believe that he has an ideology, and all of a sudden the people that he was condemning, the people he was calling devils, the people he was talking all manner of things. I think the reason why this elder Madojemu is really worried and his concern is that being a pastor as well, that it should make a difference. I think it's really looking it from that angle, and that was why he was quoting, as a pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God and all of that. I think he believes he's a different person. Of course, he should have, he will have a experience, just like I said. That why is he surprised? That because that is what most politicians, that's what they do. But because because he's a pastor, that he will be so different, that he cannot descend so low to that extent. I think that's why he's so hot. And he said all the people that he has, he has fought, he has caused, he has abused, just because of this particular man. All of a sudden, the man just left. And he's saying that the campment is not they should not call it defection. Is ordained by God. You can imagine. So that's why this man is pained. That so this pastor could degenerate to that level. You that you are always preaching about light, doing all manner of things because you want to get something, and you could really fall in. That instead of you to allow these people that you have said all manner of things, and they have disgraced you, they have said all manner of things against you or about you, instead of them for you to allow them to clothe you, it is better let them naked you than for them to clothe you, because it will not last. And mentioning a lot of people that they have promised these things, here and there. He made mention of all those people that they couldn't really get what they were promised. So it is you that they have promised you one or two things that you want to go and that you think that they can give you such tickets. So I think the man must have learned again that forget all this pastor thing, forget all this title thing, that anybody can, a human being is human being. So you should just take it that way. Like they always say, there's nothing like permanent enemy. It's permanent interest that they all believe in. So you just have to take it so easily. And someone says, a word is enough for the wise. An Edo elder who could not speak all along, but just awakened because somebody decided to be wise. Really? It goes beyond that. Sir, you are entitled to your opinion and thought, but in politics, there's no permanent friend or permanent enemy. It's a game of interest. Leave Iyamu alone to play his game. Oh, someone says, welcome the incoming governor. I don't think there's anybody. I don't think anybody, if a man who has two houses decided to stay in any of his buildings. Okay, this person is talking about if you have, if a man has two houses, you can decide to stay in any of the buildings, meaning that these people are the same, they are same. No, your way is not, cause Iyamu wants his sins to be forgiven. Really? So it was unfortunate that you trusted a man like Iyamu. He has never been stable in his life. He was rusticated from Uniben. He climbs the back of others. He has never made anything for himself and by himself. This is shown by his movement back and forth from party to party, from his vomit back to his vomit. No one can trust this guy with power. He's just power hungry. However, he will never get there like Atiku. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this Edo Eda berating Iyamu over his reunion with Oshiomole. His name is P.E. Madujemu Esquire. He has said a lot. You heard what he has said. So leave your comments below and let's hear your take. Thank you very much. Bye.